Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Areli and this is Areli Budgets. And as you can probably tell from my voice, I came down with something. I'm on the mend now, thankfully feeling like 20 times better than I was in previous days, but yeah, you could still hear it in my voice, so I do apologize for that. But I just wanted to do something fun, and for me that is budgeting. So here I am gonna start by putting the dates on this calendar, and I'm gonna try to follow the rules this time. It's not a hard rule, but I think the intention behind these little leaves are to put the date there, so I'm gonna follow that. Yeah, I think I think the numbers belong on the right. Like, that's just my hard opinion. But one thing about doing it on the right is that once you get to these corners, it gets a little bit hard, like these, because of the binding. So I'm just gonna try to, I guess, follow the intention this time along. And yeah, that is much better. 12, 13. Ooh, what was I all of a sudden putting down a 2? And how many days in February? 14, 15, 16, 17. And this planner actually has sticker dates, but I don't know. I don't know why. I just like to do the actual writing. So give me a second. 28 days. 27, 28, 14. I do want to make a note of Valentine's Day. This is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and of course February. There we go. So I really wanted to do like a January closeout, but I'm recording this on February, what is it, 2nd? And February 2nd, and we still have, I guess, a few days. Let's see, how do I explain this? A few days in my last paycheck of the second pay period in January. So I'm likely not gonna do any more spending, but you never know. I always think I'm not gonna do any more spending. I always think I'm all spent out, and then some last minute thing comes along. So I'm not gonna do a closeout just yet. I did start to like make some changes so that I wouldn't forget, but we'll do that closeout maybe at another time. But for right now, I think I just wanted to focus on the monthly budget for February. I asked you guys last time around, like, what do you guys use this? And I know that you guys use this for a lot of your bills. I'm not like a stickler about that because I'm a month ahead, and so I'm just basically paying the money from my checking account, and then I'll pay myself back, if that makes sense. It's like I have a buffer on my checking account and I use that to pay bills, and then I'll just pay myself back. So to me, that calendar, having bill pay on this calendar, might feel a little bit overwhelming. I would like to annotate like payday, and I think I'll use the stickers for that. If I can find them. There's one page. Ooh, Valentine's Day. It has an actual Valentine's Day. I think I'll use that one too. And here they are, payday. I wish we had more payday stickers. We'll just have to make do with what we've got, right? Okay. Here's some more. We'll use these. And then where's the Valentine's Day? I think for me, what was useful was like birthdays and what else? There we go. Payday is on the 7th and on the 28th. Yay. So I think what was useful for me is birthdays and like special days where I will probably have to like spend more money, or if I have like vacation week, then I'll put those dates in there. I do have my uncle's funeral on this day, and that might mean like an added expense. I haven't shared my about my uncle's passing. We weren't that close, but I know my mother and father, they were pretty close. This is my uncle on my mom's side, and he was living with them like during the last few, I don't know, months of his life, I want to say. Well, like the last month or so he was in hospice care, but prior to that he was living with my parents. So like in that case, I'm not exactly sure who takes care of the funeral. It doesn't seem like his immediate family, like his kids. He didn't have a wife, but it doesn't seem like his kids were very much involved. So I think it's gonna come down to his siblings to take care of his funeral, and primarily probably my mom and dad. So I'll have to check on that, and I'll see how I can help them with that cost, because I don't even want to know how much funerals go for these days. So I will just make a note that uncle's funeral is here. Yeah, for that purpose, see if I could help out in some way, shape, or form, and of course so I could attend. Okay, that's the 2 or a monthly budget. I am expecting our usual 2 W-2 paychecks, and I do have a better idea now how much I would be getting. I wrote it down here. W1, W2 number 1 and W2 number 2. And for number 1, I'm budgeting $23.96, and for number 2, I'm budgeting $22.74. And I'm also expecting the rental income for $650, and I'm gonna put down other. Oh, did I just smack you? I'm sorry. For any other types of income or cash coming in, usually that would be rollover. I think last time I used also, let's see, I brought in $25 from savings. I had a whopping $81 from a credit card and $29 from a second credit card. This was like a lot of the Black Friday spending, Christmas spending, so that my like cashback doesn't usually look like that big. And then my sister gave me $30 to babysit her child, who is adorable. I just had a fit of cough, so I apologize for the bad editing there. I swear I feel much better, but yeah, the cough is still lingering. So those are the types of income that I'm kind of expecting here. But yeah, expected but not really expected, if you know what I mean. So I will put down 0 for that. And then in terms of bills, let's see, I have my home mortgage, my condo mortgage. And I'm not gonna worry about the dates, but the first is 10/25. That's my share of the mortgage. I do have a partner, and I split this bill with him, and so we go halves on this. This is my share. This next bill is all on my own. This is a combination of mortgage and association fees. I think it's like $8.50 and $3.30. It adds up to $11.80. And then I have my phone. And then, even though I am making this budget for February, for like monthly budget for February, all of February's bills are allotted for, so I'm actually like pre-planning ahead for March, if that makes sense. Spotify, but you know, the money gets saved through this paycheck, so that's why it's here. So phone, I'm responsible for 3 lines with this package. It's actually a package of 4, but I just don't use that last line. And then Spotify, 25. Gas, this is natural gas to heat my home. I'm setting aside $50. It's been coming out to like $75. This is my share. Again, this is one of those expenses that I share with my boyfriend, and so he covers the other half. My share has been coming out to about $75, but I'll bring that $25 from savings to offset it, because I don't like to have like my bills fluctuating a whole lot. I'll do the same thing in the summer months when my electric bill comes out super high. So electric, setting aside 50. Internet, 25. My internet did go up just slightly. And then water, this is water, sewer, trash. It all comes in one lump sum and bi-monthly, right? Like every other month. And my share is $35. And then I do have a small loan that I'm paying off for $50. Let me do the math. And total of my fixed expenses is $2,615. I need to subtract that from my income, but I don't have a total for that, so let me add that up. $53.20 minus $26.15, $27.05. So basically half of my income is going to bills, and I haven't even accounted for basic expenses, which is basically my groceries, my eating out budget, my gas for my car, spending money, and other, which is basically like my miscellaneous category, my unbudgeted. I've noticed that a lot of my spending from other is actually cash categories that I do have, but I'd rather not touch. I'd rather everything that I spend on a weekly basis comes from this binder, which is basically bills and expenses, and I avoid touching all my other binders unless absolutely necessary. So for example, if I had bought a deodorant or something, maybe I'd pull from other rather than my personal care envelope, or like, I don't know, a gift for someone, or like I'll probably pull from here if I need to give my parents some money. to help out with my uncle's funeral. And instead of my, what's it called? Instead of my like kindness envelope, my helping out envelope. So yeah, so that's how I use this one. Groceries $150, eating out $100, gas $75. Nope, I'm giving you the totals for a paycheck, but I forget that I'm doing a monthly budget here. So this should be total since we do get 2 paychecks in the month of February. So groceries will be $300, eating out will be $200, gas will be $150, spending will be $100, and other will be $40 because per paycheck I put aside like $20. And let's see the total amount of this. 300 plus 200 plus 790. Excuse me. 2705 minus 790 is 1915. And I am putting aside $500 per paycheck for extra condo. This is money that I sent to a high yield savings account, and I'm hoping to make a lump sum payment towards my condo so that hopefully I paid off this year. That's the plan. So $1,000 will go to my extra condo. I also like to set aside $250 per paycheck, so that's $500 for savings challenges. And then I think I will set aside, let's say $250 for actual sinking funds. I'll determine which ones, but probably like my home and family binder sinking funds, so that's $125 per paycheck. And then I'm left with $175, which works out to about $87 per paycheck. You know, one will probably like this one, since it's bigger, I'll probably set aside $100 for a buffer. And then let me do the math again. 1,500 plus 250, 1,750 minus 1,915. So I have $165 remaining. Like, I'll probably set aside $100 buffer in this first one and $65 buffer on the second one. But let me do the math one more time. Yep, $165 buffer. And we should be good. I was actually expecting my paychecks to decrease, quite a bit, because my benefits increased a lot this year. Like, my parking went up, my health insurance went up, and so yeah. But to offset that, I decreased my contribution to my 401k, and I thought they would help out a little bit, but it actually pretty much offset the increase on my other benefits. So I'm very grateful for that. And I think that's it. I think this is what we're working with. Let me just add up the total. Well, actually, I already did that quite a bit. So 1915, this leaves us with a zero base budget. And that is the plan. Was this driving you guys nuts? February monthly. Yeah, we'll be in touch throughout the month of February. I hope you guys are doing great. And till next time, take care. Bye.